What's going to separate you? What's going to separate you from everybody else? What's the difference between the average, the good, and the great? What's the difference between them? And we're going to talk about practice. Not the game. We're not talking about the game. We're going to talk about practice. What's going to separate you from everybody else? What's the difference between the average, the good, and the great? What's the difference between them? Right? And we're going to talk about practice. Not the game. We're not talking about the game. We're going to talk about practice. Right? And I felt my man AI. I'm a Sixers fan at heart. I'm a Sixers fan. Allen Iverson is the reason why I'm a Sixers fan. And they came at him in the interview and they said, your coach said that, you know, you got bad practice habits. And he said, we talking about practice? Not the game. I just lost my best friend. I just lost the first round of the playoffs, and we're going to talk about practice? But the background to the story was that a year prior, the Sixers had told Allen that he was going to be traded. They told him he was going to be traded, and he said, Coach, whatever I got to do, I show up to practice on time. I'll motivate my teammates. I'll be a leader. He was MVP of the league that year, and they went to the NBA Finals. But we fast forward a year later and we realized that he went back to not taking practice seriously. And in so many ways, in us understanding why we're not as successful as we want to be, we're not really harping in on what's most important. It's not the game. It's not the game that makes us that dynamic player. It's not that finished product that we always looking at on ESPN top 10 that we trying to get to. Odell Beckham practiced that one-hand catch at LSU for years before he finally made that catch. So we talking about practice. We talking about the thing that's going to separate you. You look at all the greats. We're looking at Tiger. We're looking at Venus and Serena. We're looking at Michael Jordan, Jerry Rice. We're talking about practice. We're talking about the hours they put in. We're talking about the time spent on their craft. And better yet, the time spent on themselves. The problem is that you're not spending no time on you. You're not sitting down with you and decide, what do I need to do to get to what I want? What do I need to do to become what I need to become? What do I need to do to spend time with me and spend time in my craft? We don't know the answer to that question. So at a certain level of efficiency, we all stop getting better. We all decide, I'm good. I ain't going to stay at the practice no more. I'm going to go hang out in the lunchroom. We decide, you know what? I ain't got to wake up early early no more. I'm good. I'm going to just show up. And the effort that we put in, and I remember Ray Lewis talking about efforts between you and you. We're talking about you. We're talking about practice is about you. Practice is about you defining you. You becoming what it is you set out to become. Because unless we understand where we're at, how can we get anything different? You got to spend time with you. You got to sit down with you. And you got to decide, you got to be the boss of you. And the rudimental, the thing that I'm trying to get to is that unless we put in the time, unless we decide that before greatness comes practice, we never going to get to greatness. Uncle Ray says, good is fitting in. Great is fitting out. That's the only way they know you're different. If you look like everybody else, if you putting in the same time as everybody else, if your game is similar, how are you going to be at that level? Mick said there's levels to this. There's levels to this. At the top of the first floor is the bottom of the second floor. Every time you graduate to another level, you starting over. So you might have been the man in high school, like 50 say, damn homie. In high school you was the man, homie. But you got to start over when you get to the next level. That success does not follow you. So what I need you to grasp is that what level are you on? When you make that self-assessment of yourself and say, am I on Cam Newton's level? Am I on Tom Brady's level? Am I on LeBron's level? Am I on Steph Curry's level? I'm not on their level, so why do I think I don't have to practice? Why do I think I don't have to put in the effort I need to get to where I'm going? Why do I think I can sleep in on a Saturday? We grinded all night getting videos together. We grinded literally through the night. This is Saturday night. My greatest year in my game is when I decided to say, every day I'm going to get better. Every day. I went from playing basketball all my life to jumping in a football arena and saying, I'm trying to get a college scholarship. And literally 6 months later, 6 months of practicing every day, I was just as good as everybody else. Just as good as them. Same school as them. And it was because of practice. I put in the time to get to where I wanted to be. So you're trying to be great. You're trying to get to where you at. And you're not even taking practice seriously. You're not even putting in the time to be great. How many hours Michael Jordan put in? From waking up at 5 a.m. every day. I remember the story about Kobe Bryant, all right? I'm going to paint you a picture. Kobe Bryant called up a trainer and said, I'm going to meet you at the gym. It's about 4 a.m. The coach said, well, I got a couple things to do. I'm going to meet you down there. He said, all right. By the time the guy got there, Kobe had already ran through a workout. The guy ran Kobe through the workout. Kobe said, I got to make 1,000 shots. I'll see you tomorrow morning. The guy got back the next day and realized Kobe never left the gym. You trying to make it to the NBA and you're the first one in the locker room. You're the first one, you're the last one to get on the court. How you going to get to the league? How you going to get there? You won't spend no extra time working on you. You on the phone more than you on your own time. You spend more time with your girl than you spend with yourself. How you supposed to get there? So what I'm trying to get you to understand that this is about you. This is about practice. It's about developing you. You find your purpose in you. Spend the time in your craft. Spend the time practicing. Make a decision to practice on your vision. What does it look like? If you don't know the question, if you don't know the answer to that, if you don't know where you want to be, who you want to be, what you want to contribute, then where are we going? What are we doing?